What's going on, you fam? Raiyuden here. So someone in the comment section dropped a suggestion to running a full GT team, and originally I was a little bit hesitant because, as you know, I'm pretty much against running a main team that has two units that are of the same type. Like right now, running two blues is just chaos. Don't do that. Otherwise, you're gonna deal with a golden Frieza and you're dead. So when they suggested I ran GT Goku, GT Vegeta, and GT Support Trunks. As you know, GT Goku and GT Support Trunks are both green. I was pretty worried. I didn't know if I wanted to do it, but GT Trunks provides a significant amount of buffs for the units that are fighting alongside him, as well as the GT tag. And I figured, it'd be a unique combination. Not a lot of people use GT Vegeta, and I really like GT Goku. Like, after you learn Charge Step, he's very fun to use, just because the quick draw speed, the extra damage that you're doing, all that stuff. It's really cool. Now, this is the team they're going to be rocking. Now, on the bench, we're going to have Majin Vegeta to buff up Saiyan Blast damage. We're going to have Goten because he buffs not only the Sun family, but as well as Hybrid Saiyans, and the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan to do the same thing. Now, enough about that. Let's jump into some PvP. Alrighty, here's the first match of the video, going up against a Frieza Force / Lineage of Evil team. Sort of a unique mix. I'm pretty lucky that I didn't run into someone that was running purple units. Now when I do this team, I'm going to go ahead and start out with the Trunks. Just because, as you do with a lot of support units, you want to fight to get priority and then switch into your main damaging unit so that they get the full benefit of the support unit. So, this is kind of a crappy start. Like, that always sucks. No one likes getting hit with an ultimate attack. Get the first one going. I kind of screw up my charge step here because, it's the first match of the day. You always done goof a little bit here. Now, one thing about GT Vegeta's main ability that is often overlooked is the fact that he reduces health restoration, which can be very useful for units that have a second life. So in this case, that full power Frieza, it's very useful. Now, this is what I really like about GT Goku, just constantly going off with the quick draw speed, the blast damage. It's so much fun. I really like it. Catch him in the side step there. Look at that. That's crazy damage. Getting buffed up by Trunks, his own buffs and stuff. It's crazy. So up into the Vegeta, pop the main ability, because now I want to make sure that I get rid of the second life of this Frieza. Look at all the debuffs that are being applied to him right now. Comes in with a green card counter, but I'm not too worried. I don't think he has a blue card just yet. Try to get Vanish here. Dodge that. Now look at this. When he came back, he only had 50,000 HP. That's definitely way less than his usual 20% of his health, and it made him much easier to take care of. If anything, it probably caught him off guard. He probably did not think that would happen. He probably thought that he could tank 1 or 2 hits, but he was caught off guard. He didn't realize that I reduced the amount of health that he was going to restore, so got to catch him off guard and got rid of probably the most annoying part of the LOE team, being that full power Frieza. Now, GT Trunks died, which is not a problem for us, because just like the yellow future Gohan, when he dies, he buffs up the people on your that are still fighting, which is awesome for me. Like this GT Goku, he's still so awesome. I'm very fortunate to have him at 5 stars. Now make him use his Vanish, going with the Rising Rush just to finish it out. A nice fitting end for good old Golden Frieza here. Use my blue card, and he guesses green, but thankfully for us, that's not what we chose, and we take care of the Golden Frieza. Nice little quick win. I really like this team, even though probably advise against it because you're running 2 greens, because there are still a ton of powerful purple units like we got here. So here's the second match of the video. The second I saw the Bardock and the Broly, I already knew that, okay, I'm in for some trouble. So it's not too bad though, because like me, he's running 2 units that have the same color. So I got 2 greens and a yellow, he has 2 blues and a purple. It's not too bad. It's nice, interesting, contrast mirroring right there. My top priority is making sure that my GT Vegeta stays alive and well, because I need him to counter the Broly there. So he comes in with the shoulder tackle. I'm just gonna go straight in for the attack. I'm trying to diversify my my strategy for dealing with all these shoulder tackles and stuff like that, because people are getting better and better, and you need to stay ahead of the curve. You need to stay ahead of people's plans here. So a little bit of lag, but that's not gonna stop me. This GT Goku can shred purple units. Look at this. We're at a type disadvantage here, but with all the buffs that he gets, all the buffs from the Trunks, just crazy amounts of damage. This team is very much viable. If there weren't so many powerful purple units running around, you could probably run this team comfortably, really. Now he's going to go ahead and hit the Trunks, which kind of sucks. I'm fearful for a Rising Rush here, so I don't know. I'm debating, do I just let this Trunks die? Probably do, just for the buffs, but in the end, I take the risk. I throw in the Vegeta just in case, but big mistake. He did have a Rising Rush, and he swaps out to somebody else. I'm just hoping it's a blue card, because I didn't see him throw one just yet, and we get it right. With that, Bardock being so weak, you know, we're in a really good position here because there's our Dragon Ball and we're ready for our Rising Rush. So it's a little bit laggy, and this is the one thing that I hate when you deal with laggy matches. When you gotta do things that require you to do things immediately, like, oh, you know, you want to switch into another unit and use a card, your little window of opportunity to do that is small, and when you're lagging, that can throw you off guard so quickly. Same with, like, you know, continuing a combo. So easy to drop a combo. It really sucks. Comes in for the shoulder tackle. I get the dodge, catch him in the side step, and then the onslaught continues with good old GT Goku. Although I can't really get the charge step properly because it's, as you can see, a little bit laggy. Charge step really does rely on a good connection here. I pop his main ability, reduce the standby count, heal everybody up a little bit, get some buffs going, just because everyone was pretty weak. I need to make sure everyone stays up, because even though Broly is not, you know, he's not the strongest purple unit, he's still very much capable of coming back. He's still very good. So he uses his main ability on the Vegeta. He doesn't get a feint, which is good for me. As long as he doesn't get a feint, I'm okay. And he catches me on the side step, which sucks, but my GT Goku is pretty much 100%. He's good to go, and I have a hard time thinking he has, you know, he doesn't, there's no way he has another Rising Rush. No way. So, go ahead, let him use his main ability here, his ultimate ability here, and for sure he's not able to swap out to somebody else. I have more blast cards ready for you, so we take out the Bardock. All that's left is this Broly here. He comes in with a green card, which is a bit of a mistake here. Keep going, do some damage. Now all we gotta do is make sure that GT Vegeta doesn't get killed. My plan is to try to make him use his Vanish with the Trunks here, but he doesn't actually use his Vanish. So just try to do as much damage as I can, because, you know, with 2 green units as the last guys, for sure this Broly can come back. So you can't let up. Just trying to be as much of a nuisance as possible. Everybody gets buffed up. Try to go in for the shoulder tackle. Things are looking good. This is the thing that I feared is happening here. So I notice I have a blue card, and I don't think he has any Vanish, so I get caught off guard, but in the end, I'm just going to go ahead here, charge up a little bit. Hoping that would do enough damage, but it didn't. I completely forgot GT Vegeta gains Ki with his main ability, so I easily could have just used that. But here we go. Look at that. He still does some really good damage. Very much capable. But with the blue card, I can shut that out. Don't have to worry about any sort of comeback that he has, and you take care of the Broly there. Here's the third and final match of the video, going up against the Sun family team. Now, that Goten is looking very, very worrisome. So I'm thinking to myself, do I still start out with the Trunks? And I still do. Just because it was, you know, it was really up. Who knows if he was really going to start with him or not. Now this is where the onslaught begins. If only I had more blast cards though. As you know, GT Goku's strike damage is not really that great, but his blast damage is what you really need. Oh, and thank you for the subscription there. Here we go. Here we begin the onslaught. Kind of screw up the charge step there just because it's a little bit laggy. I was hoping for another card to get drawn, but nothing shows up. Switch into the Trunks, then to the Vegeta, just so we can avoid anything. I really should have just used my main ability and popped the blue card. I completely forgot that that's what his main ability did, that he gains Ki with it. Just gonna pop a green card here. Gonna hit me with a blue card, but that's okay. This GT Vegeta still showing that he's pretty good tank wise as well. Now we know that the legendary finish Super Saiyan 2 Gohan here is a super powerful last stand unit, so my priority is to make sure I get rid of him. All these blast cards are looking quite nice for GT Goku, so I'm just gonna immediately swap out and then just kill whoever came through. Now I have to be worried because that was a yellow Goku that just got killed, and I swear I pressed it once, but it registered it as 2, which sucks. And now we have to sort of sacrifice the GT Vegeta because he's the only one on this team here that anyone on this team has a type advantage for. And I mean, if I have to lose somebody, it's gonna be him. He's the weakest link here. And for some reason he comes in with a Rising Rush. I'm not entirely sure why. I'm not sure if the idea was to make me use up my Vanish, but I guess go ahead. I'm not really gonna complain. Going with a blue card here. My plan was to make him use up his Vanish so I can go for a Rising Rush, but it worked even better that he got hit by it, just because now I can save it for good old Gohan there. Brings out the Gohan. Big mistake. If I was him, I wouldn't have done that. I would have let this guy die so that my Gohan would get all his last stand buffs, and then it would have stood a chance for the comeback. But, oh well. There goes Gohan. Now I got less to worry about, but I still don't want to, I still don't want to give up. You never know. This guy still gets significant buffs as well. As you can see here, he just shredded GT Goku. And all I'm left is with the support unit, so it's not over. You never know. But I was 1 key away from my strike card, and we get to finish him out. It's an interesting team. You guys should try it out. But just be careful of all the strong purple units, because if you ran into a Super Vegeta, oof, you're dead. But anyways, guys, until next time, peace.